Daddy's gone to war. He got a letter. Mommy cried, but Daddy said everything would be all right. I choose to serve my country, and now I am needed. We helped him pack, but he didn't need much because he would wear his military clothes. Mommy and I packed surprise packages for him. She said that we would give it to him at the airport. Sorry. While he was at the meeting, we gathered things to help him remember us while he's away. I found a picture of me and one with Daddy and me. Daddy can keep these in his pocket. Daddy likes red licorice, so I put a bag in his box. He likes car magazines, so 2 of them went in the box. I just don't know what else he really needs. Mom told me that he could get pencils and notepaper to write home. He could get shaving cream and soap and a toothbrush wherever he was sent. What else could I put in the box that he won't get while he's away? I went upstairs and laid on my bed. I cried a little because I would really miss him. I just couldn't think of one special thing to put in the box. And then the idea came. I ran to my desk and found paper. I traced both my hands and then cut the handprints out. I raced downstairs to have my mom measure how far it was from the tip of my fingers on one hand to the tip of my fingers on the other hand, while they were stretched out as far as I could stretch. Mom asked what I needed the measurement for, and I just smiled and said, "It's for Daddy." And off I ran upstairs again. I remembered there was a small ball of yarn under my bed. I measured the string, and sure enough, it fit from one fingertip to the other. When I laid it on the floor, all stretched out, then I taped my handprints on each end and wrote a note on each paper hand. When you are feeling lonely and you need a little lift, wrap these hands around you and you'll feel my special gift. I know you're far away and I know you'll need a hug. Until you're home in one day, these hands will keep you snug. Tuck them in your pocket and keep them till you're through. I love you, Dad, so much. Here's a hug from me to you. We said goodbye at the airport, and I got to secretly slip our package into his backpack. I was a little sad as we waved goodbye, but I was so excited to imagine his surprise when he opened the little box. Three weeks went by before we got a letter from Dad. It was a long one. He told us about what he was doing, what the food was like, and mostly stuff for Mom. But there was a P.S. just for me. Thank you for the surprise box, and especially for the hug. We wrote letters for 1 whole year, and once in a while we even got a phone call. It was usually very late at night or early in the morning. Somehow I was always asleep, but Mom would always tell me that Dad said sure loved my hug. Then, one great and wonderful day, Mom took me to the airport, and there was Dad coming home down the escalator. I could hardly wait to run to him because I was so surprised to see him. As soon as he had passed through the last gate, I ran for as fast as my legs could go, and I jumped up into his arms. I wrapped my arms around him and whispered in his ear, "Dad, this is the real hug that I've been waiting to give you." He gently put me down and reached into his jacket pocket, and out he pulled 2 very dirty and crumpled paper hands, hooked together with some string. "Son, this hug has stayed with me every place I went. I got a hug from you any time I wanted, but now I don't need them because I have the real thing right here. The end. Now I wanted to ask everybody here whether if they have something that reminds them of someone they miss. I have my daddy doll. It's got a picture of my dad, and I would hug it every time I missed him. Do any of you guys have something like that?
I have my daddy blanket at home. It has pictures of us together when he would come home.
Anybody else?
Let me ask, so like in that book, the kid's dad had to go away, and the kid was sad about it. We all have when someone we love has to go away for some time, right? So what do you guys do when someone goes away and you're sad that helps make you feel better? Anybody? So you send them pictures of things that are happening around your life that bring you joy, and then I would say that when we share our lives with the person that's away, it helps make them feel a little closer, right? Is there anything else anybody else does? Yes? But so when somebody's away, you can think about what you'll do when they return, and that helps remind us that they're not going to be away forever. They will come back at some point. All right, thank you very much, everybody, for sharing. I invite you to hang out or return back where you were, whichever you prefer.
No,